You are still tuned in to Fantastic Fridays, and you know we're here with you every single Friday. And all the Friday they win a name Friday. Don't ask me no questions because I still have no answers. But that's beside the point. So you know it's time for Talk the Ting with Kim. And as you may have seen on our Instagram page, the topic for today is the importance of a father. So as we know, Father's Day come up. Father's Day, I think, needs to be more coveted, needs to be more, we need to as excited about Father's Day.
Why?
I don't know, many may have said, boy, the father them do it to themselves, but guess how now paint everybody with the same brush. Because I know many fathers out there who've been doing them thing, they've been fathering, and actually not only their own kids.
Yeah.
Other people picnic too, neighbor picnic, community picnic. Like, listen, they have been playing a role and they don't even need to. So we need to stop paint everybody with the same brush. And if anything, instead of bash the quote-unquote absentee fathers, encourage them. Try inspire change. Talk to them. Instead of just say, boy, you know what, let's see it. Let's try to change that approach and make us see how I work on that. So, we have Mr. Kamar Jordon here with us. All right, motivational speaker. Listen, first of all, I don't have the time to go through all the things that this man have behind him name. Listen. Just that alone, show me say it's a serious man this.
Yeah.
Like him really I try to do as much as he can with his time. Like I honestly don't know how him find time for do everything what him elected for. And in charge in a 24 hours. Are the same 24 hours we have, sir?
Yeah, man.
Are the same one me have? Are the same one you have?
Yeah.
Because the maths now, because my 24 hours feels like stretched. I'm going to have nothing like your list. Yeah? But no worry. He's here to educate us and show us some things and reason we do, yeah? So, good afternoon. Good evening.
Yes, what's up?
How are
Here
you?
Again.
How are you? Yeah, like him say here again. You know what I say? You know, say resident fantastic people, you know. Here again. Exactly, right? Make you know as well. Rival winner as well. So yeah. So the importance of a father, that's the topic that we're discussing today. And we're gonna start with some questions, all right? Number one, what would you say, in your opinion, is the overall importance of a father?
All right, so in my opinion, the importance of a father, same like mothers, fathers are like the pillar for the development of a child. So there's no distinctive importance or a mother important than a father. So father, trust me, their role is very significant and very critical in a child development. That's how important.
So you say it's like you have two pillars.
Yeah, man, two pillars.
So both of them needed support.
Yeah, needed.
And that is why we have a mother and a father.
And then when time the father is not there, that pillar, kind of unstable. That's why you see some behavioral problems in child, mental, emotional trauma over the years, because it's the absentees of the father in the home.
One part of the thing missing.
One part of the equation missing.
Okay.
As them say, one hand can clap, one wing can fly. As same say it work when it comes to parenting. But right now we are focused on the fathers, them, all right?
Yeah.
So I know that you touched on the absenteeism of fathers and how it affects children, but what do you believe are the biggest concerns regarding fathers in Jamaica today?
Well, it's very, like for example, coming up to Mother's Day, you see basket in Africa Crossroad downtown, even a couple days.
Weeks before the advertise.
And if I go there in Africa, not even if you
No,
can
the
hear, you have to
decoration.
put a magnifying glass if you see who actually celebrate and really sell basket for Father's Day. So the concern about fathers in Jamaica is basically the absenteeism, and as people with quote unquote the work list study them, the sperms donor, and it is very it's growing in Jamaica. It's like a disease, but that's the main concern, that fathers are absent and not being supportive or being present in their child's life.
Well, all right. So if the fathers were more present, what you think would be some of the benefits to the Jamaican society?
All right. So fathers bring that level of stability and that level of authority in a child's life. A child look up to his father or her father for that rules that protector type of thing, traditional long time coming up, that still remain that structure in the family. The father, the head, the lead. So if more fathers were even present in their child life, trust me, that will create a more stable atmosphere in the child. Because even let us go on the socio-economic problems that Jamaica is facing right now, where absentees are fathers, and you see most of those young male teenagers, they don't have a father in the home, so they look up, they try to seek a role model, and sometimes the role model that they look up to is the man in the community where they're on the corner, where
they're most available.
Or the Dan and Ting, and they look and idolize them. So if him say, yeah man, I'm a daddy, so if him daddy say, yo, see that gun here, want you juke down the man there. I'm father, him grew up over the years, he must support him, so to him I'm father, and I'm biological father, but him look up to him. So it's an innate nature that try seek that level of father figure in his life. And sometimes, because the actual father is absent, it can let that child branch off on the wrong avenue. So that add to the crime rate in Jamaica. As simple as crime is so high in Jamaica, it starts from in the home. So if you have that level of man in the home to say, oh, all right, you growing up, and because remember the first 5 years of a child life is very critical in their development. That's where they're like a sponge and they absorb everything. So a father not being there and their environment structure, they kind of absorb that, and that can bring forth. Not saying that, yes, you have people that, like for me, I never have a father in my life. My mother alone grew me, and it's a harder road because I have to remain focused to try, break that cycle and be there for my son. And because, but on the other hand though, persons don't have a father and think it's the norm and say, oh, it's okay, and then come and it's like a cycle.
So you made a decision.
So
you
it's a conscious decision.
Say, nah, carry this on.
So it's a conscious decision a person have to make to say, all right, I will be there for my child.
So with that said, then the whole statement of my mother did father me, or my mother fathered me, that no go so. My mother can't father you.
That's an illusion that single women parent, which is single mothers paint and always say over the years, and that's an illusion that they are painting and painting and painting. A mother cannot father a child. A mother can only be a mother to a child.
All right, I think usually when those statements come up, because most of the times, because our society has changed the format of how things are, how we look at things. Now, when it comes to this, and is my mother father me? I think they limit it now to say, your father usually, the baby mother situation, what they usually want from the father's child support. So because the mother is the one that supports
financially
the child
supporting, so my mother fathered me.
But the father does more than just bring the money in.
Exactly.
A father does more than that.
Because when you were talking, you were saying that the father figure and how, they bring stability. And while you were talking, I was thinking discipline. What I started remembering is that most time, especially when it comes to discipline, when the mother can't get certain things done, just wait till your father come home and usually the picnic fix up.
Yeah, I mean, and it's
because daddy is feared and regarded in that way that you have to respect him. I might give mommy trouble, because mommy I go love and pet me, and so I can't pass certain boundary with she, but I can't pass certain boundary with daddy, But, and even when kids basically debating or brag, boy, my father drive truck. My father, you understand? So it show you that fathers have an input. Exactly. They don't use mommy for bragging, they use daddy for brag.
And there's a level of discipline that the father holds as well.
Yes.
But I've seen the other verse of that's why I say when Jordon mentioned two pillars, it actually works that way, because it's kind of like somewhat of a good cop bad cop situation. Usually some parents, you have the mother who is the strict one and the father is light, especially when it comes to the girl child. The father usually wants to spoil the girl child, and the mother has to be there to say no, even though your father say yes, you're not getting that until such and such.
And vice versa.
And now with the boys now, the mother say, no man, go and go play outside, and the father will say, hey, come in back after 1 hour. So it's kind of like a balance, but when that balance isn't there, the equation
that's where the problem
off.
starts, and that is what's happening in our society. So you're saying that if the fathers were there, you would have see like a reduction maybe in the crime, for example.
The socio-economic problems, most of them will, probably decrease, because as I said, the father set that tone. That as I said, when the mother say, yo, wait till the father come like
fix up, man.
Fix up because that's just how the structure, the equation,
it's supposed
the maths
to be.
is there. That's how it's supposed to be.
Well, as Mecca Jamaica say, a mother can try her best, but she can never replace a father. Right? So I want to move on to another question. What do you think are the main reasons behind so many fathers failing to play their role?
All right, there are so many reasons why father. Let us start.
Let's start with what are the main ones. The main reason
is a failed relationship. Me and the baby mother don't talk. So guess what? Like that.
Me not like she, so me not like the baby.
And that too. Worse if that woman is not intimate with the man no more. So no sex now run. So all right, me not get nothing from you. So me not get no money. So basically, in break up with the mother and break up with the child. The concept there is so
sad.
Sad. It is sad. It's a sad reality. So that is one, relationship. And next thing now is why a father is not there. It's easier if you just walk out at your child.
It's easier to be absent.
Easy to be absent than to be there and be consistent. Make sacrifice, compromise, committed to raise a child for 18 years. It's so easier, especially when the pressures of life hit. Some men will tend to walk away. Because I know some men we not cry. So we deal with situation different. So some man will just absent themselves because them think that them could deal or them feel inside to them feel them family, so them walk away. So that is the next reason.
Actually with that, sticking a pin. Ironically, I saw this statement somewhere on social media and I wanted to add it to this conversation. It said that men's worth has been tied so closely to money, right? Whether imposed by a woman or the society, that when they're not able to give that they're known for, they prefer to walk away. So when they're not able to provide, they prefer to walk away.
Right, and I was going to say just that a while ago. It's not just money, literally, but
like when they can't do certain things,
exactly, they can't provide.
And because society paints a picture that's what their purpose is.
And so when they can't fulfill that purpose,
you take with yourself because instead of try depend upon the mother or figure it out. I better walk away because I can't do my sole purpose. Do you think that's a part of it? You agree with that?
Yeah, I'll agree with that. And the next point is that as I made the point earlier, some men, they grow up without a father. They don't know how to be a father.
Yeah.
They don't know.
They never learn that.
They never learn that.
Yeah.
And it's like when they end up in a situation having a child, it's like they don't know. It's like fish out of water. So they know, have it in their mind, say, well, a father never did it for me and me survive. And me make it in a life.
So that
you can survive.
Yeah, man. Yeah, she can't mind you.
Tough.
Yeah. So those are some reasons, but there are enough more reasons.
And all of those reasons seem to be a cycle that continues
cycle.
Because once that father is missing now, the baby now has to put into place the same techniques that you had to put into place because you never have a father. Unless that cycle is broken.
Only way it can break the cycle is a mindset.
One person.
It's a mindset. You have to make a conscious decision what you want to do and think. And the next reason is that you have someone literally say, oh, that's why I breed a girl.
You call them, I literally have them man there is a waste man.
Yeah.
You have waste man.
You have waste man. We just say, oh, they want to send semen and mission to fertilize it and cut.
I mean, no man.
So they just want to sow them seed.
They just want to sow them seed.
Yeah, I think an interview that took place, I think a couple years ago, and the man just say, yeah man, they say how many kids you have? Well, say about 18 youth me have, And she say, what them there or what them name? Man say, boy, them there with them mother. Like, him never know the name them.
Nothing about them.
Nothing about them. But our brag say him have 18 youth. Waste man that man.
But do we think that's a part of societies? Because I see all the joke them already around on social media. Because up to yesterday, there was some men working for one truck and them say, hey man, this is the truck. But the girl in them. I got them on this Sunday. Do we think that that's a part of the problem? Because also men are being jeered.
Yes.
Into running into it. All if you not ready for it, all if you don't want to call your brethren them.
Yeah,
exactly.
So peer pressure. So you reach 35, 36, 37, 38, go into your 40s and you do have a youth, the brethren them say, yo, you're gelling, you know. So sometime on the surface, them just laugh it off, but deep down, them think, them subconsciously think and say, boy, yo, me need a youth, and and sometimes they end up in a situation where they impregnate a girl, because sometimes them impregnate a woman, and the compatibility with that woman there sometimes
is not the best.
It never planned for that.
It never planned.
Yeah.
They never built. Because and key to note for the listeners them. So when a man and a woman if they are not emotionally intertwined, it always affect the kids. He's not emotionally attached to the kids.
Yeah.
If you can check out that statistic.
Yeah, man. You're gonna have different effects on the child.
It's gonna have an effect on the child.
But I mean, here's my thing as well, because I've seen it, I've actually heard it in person when I saw a man talking to a woman. And the man never have no job or something to say, boy, he might push nothing, because it was, middle day and the man up on the road and attack. And the man say, oh, me that give you a baby, And the lady say, baby, want woman it or whatever, because she not ready for the baby. So she say, yo, I will take care of the baby. The man say, don't worry about that, man. When baby come, we find out how to deal with it. And look at me, I said, this is the concept. The man, because he might say, yo, he might have 3 youth already, and they might find ways to get to the money. So I said, there's no preparation going into it, no plan, no put
I've
aside
heard that
money
very
for the
often as
school.
well. No worry, when baby come.
So we already are suffer.
No,
so
but that's a
put more-
culture still now.
Exactly.
But then, traditional.
People still have been.
No, but I'm saying this
and people
happened the
still have
other day.
it.
This
Say,
is
when
what
baby
I'm saying.
come, it will take care. And back then, our grandparents, them just,
Well, them never have no better
as
option
the term say, them breed up.
Yeah.
But now, time change,
Yeah.
society
You must
change,
get
technology
smarter now.
increase. Is smart. Yeah, contraceptions are in place.
Yeah.
Everything
There's
is in place.
options, yeah.
So you have to plan. You have to plan for these things. Not plan to the T, say A, then after that you have B, then C, in step by step, but have some level of structure
At least have some
for when
base
that
work.
child come,
Yeah.
you know what to do and how you guys will maneuver. Yeah.
I like that. All right, well, on that note, because you've been listening to some stuff, you say plan, not like step by step as you say, but have an idea, have a game plan where you say, all right, I want to reach a certain level in life, I want to have a certain range of income, I want to understand certain things before I carry a child, So I want to know, what are some of the main or maybe even basic things, like the bare minimum at least, that you believe fathers should be doing in the lives of their children?
Child. First of all, a father should provide for their child the basic things that the child need, at least the basic.
So we got food, shelter, clothing,
Yeah.
and education.
Education.
Right?
Yeah.
But other fathers go over it and provide the life that they said they never had.
Yeah.
They try to give their child that life. But you have other things that a father should provide for their child. Provide that level of guidance. And I was speaking at a primary school a couple of weeks ago, and I told the fathers that create a roadmap in your child life, right? So when that roadmap you create, we can't promise, we can't swear and say we child not gonna deviate,
Right.
but
Yeah.
at least
Exact
you
map,
have a direction in which the child can look to head, right? And you have to put some signs on the road to help the child from deviate.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you don't link it with certain company. You don't, if you do this, these are the consequences. So it's like you're creating a blueprint, and set a foundation for your child. And I was even talking today to one of my friends, and you have to set foundation.
What do you mean set foundation?
All right,
Give me
and
a
I'm
little
going to
more of that.
elaborate. Like, sometimes as a parent, you don't set foundation and then your child have it hard in life. For example, your child want to go to college. By the time you reach college, your child is have it hard. So when
so you
you're
mean like those saving plans.
try have a little saving plan for your child. Try, as I told the fathers, open an account.
Yeah.
Even $2,000.
Yeah, start this
right.
one.
Start small. It don't have to be a big whack. Every little make a muckle. You have to have some foundation for your child. Create a bond with your child. Emotion. Build a level of confidence in your child that your child can come to you and talk to you about anything rather than confining somebody that
for that
never mean your
Yeah.
child good. Your girl make the atmosphere so welcoming that even your girl child can come to you and say, oh daddy, me have this guy and him like me and thing and this and that. Instead of she feeling fear and then
hide and go do things.
And instead of you as a father that provide that guidance and say, I know what, make him come over, I want to meet him. I sit and talk and things.
Yeah.
That type of relationship is hard in Jamaica.
Yeah, because everybody in Jamaica used to the same backward mentality. No, marry no look, no man.
No, man.
No man
I
until
cannot
after
hide the
60.
reality.
Man, don't look upon
I
him
was
until you're
told
40.
that.
True.
Until
And
you're 40,
reality
All
is
them
there.
foolishness
Our parents used to say don't until 40 because relationship now run away. And that, but the reality is that you touch
You're
in our
going to meet other
teenagers, people will be attracted to you. You will be attracted to people. So what will you do as a teenager? How can your father provide that level of guidance in your life, not
Yeah.
the mother alone.
Well, as Mecca Jamaica said, I start think about having the birds and bees conversation with my daughter already. How old your daughter be, Mecca?
Mecca, I
How
don't
old she
make a
be?
daughter
'Cause
reach too good.
Him say my change diaper, so
I don't make a daughter reach too good. What you gonna tell her? I say, Baba boo boo.
BB.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're going to the break. We're still in the conversation, but don't worry, we have more coming after the break. So stay tuned. All right, we'll learn something. Some gems are being dropped.
All right.
Na 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 na.